What's good, YouTube Terrakitor, when your Gooning gets leaked? Let's get into it.
What happens when Gooning destroys your online reputation? One such person this happened to was Atrioc, whose accidental leak was perhaps the most infamous in this entire video. It was an otherwise ordinary Monday in late January 2023 when this story unfolds. Atrioc was in the middle of a live stream when his open tabs popped up on his screen for literally a frame or two at most. It's very likely that given the fact it wasn't on his screen for even a second, Atrioc didn't know at the time that he had just contributed to the most humiliating and damaging moment of his entire career.
Good work back there. The Syndicate took a serious blow.
What time is it where I am? What time is it PST?
Hold it. Run that back.
What time is it where I am?
Enhanced section A6.
Eagle-eyed viewers analysed the frame and quickly unearthed a shocking discovery. Atrioc had been accessing a deepfake porn site. Just for reference, in case there's anyone who's watching this that doesn't know what a deepfake is, it's essentially when you digitally superimpose the face and features of one person onto another. So in a lot of cases, people take the likeness of young, attractive female celebrities and put them onto a porn actress to make it look like what's happening to them is actually happening to the female celebrity instead. This means that deepfakes allow—
But since you're on stream, shouldn't you have your tabs like that closed? Like, dead serious. Shouldn't you have your tabs like that closed? He didn't even think to go incognito mode. He just all off.
The consent of the person who's having their likeness taken. With the rise of AI, it's easier and easier to make this kind of content, which is posing an ever-growing problem for the victims, who are largely young, attractive female celebrities. And in the case of Atrioc, this is where things get even worse. You see, Atrioc is a very large streamer. Today, even after his earth-shattering scandal, he still has a combined 1.25 million followers between his Twitch and YouTube. When this was going down, he was closely associated with some of the largest names in live streaming, such as Ludwig. You might remember me mentioning Ludwig in my recent video about when alcohol ruins your career, but Ludwig is one of the most well-connected content creators on the entire internet. He has a lot of friends, and even a couple of enemies. And he has a girlfriend known as Cutie Cinderella, who in her own right is extremely popular, and she too is close friends with a lot of the largest streamers, particularly a lot of the largest female streamers on the internet. So you might be wondering to yourself, why am I even bringing her name up? Well, as it turns out, Cutie Cinderella, the girlfriend of one of Atrioc's closest friends, actually had deepfakes of herself on this website. Other notable female streamers on the site included Pokimane, Maya Higa, and Sweet Anita. This man had a gooning session to the women that were essentially the closest thing he had to female colleagues. Embarrassing doesn't even cut it. Shortly after this was all exposed, Atrioc would come out on stream with his wife by his side to deeply apologize and try to explain his side of the story. He would reveal that he only accessed the site one time while his wife was out of town.
Yeah, bro, he know he was so messed up. He put the chat on emote only.
The receipt to prove that he purchased access to the site the very same day he accidentally leaked it. After he was done, he had just forgotten to close the tab.
I don't know. I just clicked the fucking link at 2 a.m. and the morals didn't catch up to me, and I'm sorry. I really fucking am.
And to many people, that's where they thought the story ended. But it does in fact go on. Ever since this incident, Atrioc has been on the straight and narrow, and you can tell that he's genuinely tried to make amends for his actions. He's donated a lot of his money, in excess of $100,000, to try and get deepfake sites taken down, and he has actually succeeded in large parts. According to sources I could find, he's helped take down hundreds of them. In his apology, he does come out to appear genuinely remorseful, and so a lot of people have since accepted that perhaps in a moment of weakness, he made a mistake that will haunt him until his dying day. But given that he's made genuine efforts to make up for what he's done, he's been able to recover a large portion of his audience. If you take a look at his social blade, you'll see a clear story unfold. His leak happened at the tail end of January, so his channel wasn't really affected until February 2023. You can see that he loses subscribers and his views flatline. But several months later, after he put in the work to make amends, his channel saw a second wind, and today he's once more growing. It's impossible to say what his relationship is like with QC and the other female streamers today, but she did say at the time that their relationship was irreparable.
I'm the last person who wants to dislike him. He is one of my boyfriend's best friends. He's only ever been so kind to me. I love spending time around him. If anything, I'm ostracizing myself more from my boyfriend's friends because now...
Just know, he want to hit that too. He don't want to spend time with you for. He want to hit that too, okay? Just know that, okay? He gonna. I'm talking about in it.
I don't want to be around him. I don't want to hate this guy. I really don't. I've loved him for years at this point. I'm devastated, and it's like, what do you want me to do though? Like, how do you move on from that? I don't know. And maybe 8 months from now, you know, emotions settle and something, but I don't see it happening. It's just like, I just can't believe the shit that it's caused.
But this is one case where Gooning almost ended a thriving online career. But due to a genuine effort to make amends, it was able to be salvaged. I'm genuinely curious to hear your guys' thoughts on the situation, so let me know down below in the comments section, because it's definitely divided fans. So yeah, express your thoughts on the situation, or to be honest, any of the stories we have today down in the comments. But of course, Atriarch is not the only person who's ever been exposed for gooning while live. We still have plenty of cases to get to, such as someone who was caught gooning to NSFW horse and lolly content, and a prominent male streamer that had old OnlyFans videos of them leak. But for now, it's time to turn to the dark side. If you're like me, you would have watched Drama Alert religiously back in 2016. The schisms, the feuds, the betrayals, it all had such a je ne sais quoi. And one such incident that Keem reported on back then, within a video that has since been seen by more than 1 million people, included DSP, commonly known online as Darkside Phil, who was caught jerking the gherkin while live on stream. What appears to have happened is that he set up a live stream to record himself gaming. And if you've ever watched a live stream before, you might be aware that this happens quite a lot. You'll get the notification that one's starting, you'll click on the live stream, and you'll be greeted to, you know, some sort of graphic saying, stream starting momentarily, it's gonna start in a few minutes. And this is just a way to get everyone into the live stream so that when the stream is ready, it can begin with a full audience. Well, in DSP's case, he did not realize that his camera was on
or
and
like
recording
ready.
him. And for whatever reason, he decided that then would be the perfect time for a cheeky pre-stream wank. Need I say any more? It was only after he had finished that he realized that the camera was on the entire time.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know.
This is the face of a man who has just realized that he's whacked his gack in front of his entire audience.
I'm sorry, but that was your... okay.
Washed his hands before he picked up his controller to start gaming. DSP had around 200,000 subscribers at the time, and he would never see 300,000. It seems as though he essentially plateaued in growth around this time. And if you're a long-time viewer of his content, you'd know that realistically, him getting caught with his pants quite literally down was not the main reason this happened. Let's Plays are essentially dead in the water today. His content has not evolved with the times. And that's not to say anything of his reputation outside of this incident. On his very own wiki, I found that people call him...
Your back history is so bad that someone made a 3-hour documentary of you.
A hypocrite, a liar, a man-child, and even the cancer of gaming, which is just a fantastic moniker to don. But let's be very honest with ourselves, getting caught choking the chimp while live definitely didn't do him any favors. But from chimps to horses, the words that you're about to hear come out of my mouth were not even fathomable before February 2024, because that's when the infamous Vorsh leaks happened. If you don't know what I'm talking about, dear viewer, you're in for a ride. So you're probably wondering to yourself, who is Vorsh? Well, he's a left-wing political streamer closely associated with Destiny. According to an article by The Independent, he appeared on Destiny's streams from time to time, and he was encouraged by Destiny's audience to make his own channel. And so he did, cultivating a fastly growing audience, with him trying to appeal to white men that often felt disconnected from standard left-wing content creators who are usually soy-pilled, woke, and unmasculine. Vorsh's growth, you'll see, was fairly consistent, with him achieving view counts of 5 to 6 million per month, essentially every month. But then you'll notice a sharp drop-off in February 2024, and the reason why can be traced back to an infamous livestream. Vorsh seems to be looking up men's fashion, and then he right-clicks on one of the images, and so opens up a folder on his desktop for his entire audience to see. A folder titled To Be Sorted, and a folder that contains swaths and waves and dozens of images of not safe for work pornography.
Bro,
now, for
you
very
have a
obvious
folder
reasons,
of that
I'm not going to be able
game?
to show you the contents of this folder. It is quite literally pornography. However, imagine, if you will, blowjobs, general intercourse, and the like. And imagine it being between a woman and a horse. And that is some of what showed up on Vorsh's desktop.
Oh, women and a horse. I'm not watching this video no more. I'm not watching this video no more. I'm not watching this video no more. I'm not.